Former NFL star and media personality Keyshawn Johnson is throwing down a legal gauntlet, suing his former agent Christopher Ellison for almost $1 million. The lawsuit filed on May 23rd in Los Angeles County Superior Court paints a picture of broken promises and a verbal deal gone sour that dates back nearly a decade. At the heart of Johnson's claim is an alleged oral agreement between him and Ellison, one that promised Johnson substantial compensation for his efforts in recruiting players to Ellison's agency. According to the suit, Johnson identified and brought in several high-profile NFL players, who now star in the league, under the assumption that Ellison would honor their deal and pay him a fair cut for his recruiting efforts. However, Johnson claims that Ellison has failed to uphold his end of the bargain, resulting in significant financial losses. The alleged deal: a shady handshake and a broken promise. The crux of the dispute revolves around a verbal agreement made between the two men in the early 2000s. According to Johnson, Ellison recruited him to help identify and recruit up-and-coming talent for his agency, with the understanding that Johnson would receive a percentage of the commission from each player he brought in. Specifically, Johnson claims that he was promised one-third of the 3% commission Ellison would receive from each player's NFL contract once the player signed. The lawsuit further alleges that Johnson did just that, successfully recruiting a number of talented players who have gone on to make waves in the NFL. Among the recruits Johnson brought to Ellison's agency were San Francisco 49ers defensive back Deommodore Lenoir, Chicago Bears cornerback Jaylon Johnson, Atlanta Falcons defensive back Mike Hughes, and Green Bay Packers wide receiver Romeo Doubs. Despite these recruits achieving NFL contracts, Johnson asserts that he has never received the agreed-upon payments for his efforts. A financial fight: $962,335 in missing payments. Johnson's legal team claims that the former NFL star is owed no less than $962,335 for his work. This sum represents Johnson's share of the commissions earned from the contracts of the players he helped recruit. As the lawsuit outlines, Johnson's payments should have been tied to these players' NFL salaries, yet despite months of communication and repeated requests, no payments have been made. According to the lawsuit, Ellison initially claimed that he hadn't received any payments from the NFL, a statement Johnson and his legal team believe to be false. The suit argues that these statements were misleading and that Ellison has since ceased all communication, failing to respond to multiple attempts by Johnson to settle the matter. The fact that no money has been received, despite the players' contracts being well established, has left Johnson in a legal battle he claims is necessary to rectify a breach of contract and unfair business practices. As the lawsuit continues, Johnson is seeking the full sum he believes he's owed, in addition to other damages, legal costs, and fees. Keyshawn Johnson, the legacy of a football icon. For those who remember Keyshawn Johnson's storied football career, this legal drama might seem like an unexpected twist. A two-time All-American at USC, Johnson was a standout receiver in college, where he earned MVP honors in the 1995 Cotton Bowl Classic and Player of the Game accolades in the 1996 Rose Bowl. Johnson then transitioned seamlessly to the NFL, where he spent 11 years playing for several teams, including the New York Jets, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Dallas Cowboys, and Carolina Panthers. Throughout his career, Johnson made 3 Pro Bowls and achieved the pinnacle of success, winning Super Bowl 37 with the Buccaneers. His reputation as a fiery competitor and clutch performer on the field made him a household name. But since retiring from the game, Johnson has pivoted to become a respected sports media personality, regularly appearing as an analyst and commentator on various platforms. He is also involved in coaching and mentoring aspiring NFL players, a role he continues to play even as this legal battle unfolds. The fallout: a bitter legal battle. The lawsuit has cast a shadow over Johnson's post-football career, one that has seen him develop a thriving presence in sports media. But the financial discrepancy with Ellison appears to be a bitter pill to swallow, especially given Johnson's long history in the NFL and his substantial contributions to the success of Ellison's agency. Johnson's case could set a precedent for other players who may find themselves in similar situations, where handshake deals and verbal agreements are at the center of financial disputes.